Well, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, 25th. Woke up 2 hours before I set my alarm, as always. Behind on sleep once again. But that's how I always am when I set my alarm. I got my doctor's appointment. I gotta be there at 8:15. It's about a mile from here. Parked at one of those small Walmarts. The what do you call that? The neighborhood markets. Come on, zoom out. There we go. Big old parking lot. It's massive. I've only seen a few people park here in the past. I was a little worried about staying here. And there's a cop that came right up to my front bumper and then rolled up here and sat there for like 5 minutes. He's probably looking up my information. But he didn't say nothing, and I don't see any overnight parking signs, so I guess this is a new spot, which is good because it's close to the doctor's office. I do got one van that came up and joined me last night. Camper van. So yeah, 6:30 and sun's already out, so that's never a good sign. I'm a little too worried. I'm not gonna check the weather. I don't want to know. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna see this doctor's appointment. It's the initial visit with this new place. Ooh, there's a syringe right. That's gross. Yes, we are in that part of the neighborhood. I'm only coming here when I got my doctor's appointments, because I've seen there's some guy sleeping behind me in the grass too. I was back in a different spot. Tons of shade. I got an Instagram picture of it. Big old trees kept me out of the sun. Excuse me. Smashed up. Can't do this with two hands. I'm gonna put this in the bottle and then throw the bottle away. Alright, and here we are back in northbase. We got the doctor's appointment thing done. Everything checked out pretty good. They did just the normal, check my blood pressure. I put the weird electric thing on my finger and got my blood pressure, and they said my oxygen was good, which is weird because I don't know how you can check my oxygen from my finger or from the machine. She said, yeah, I told her about the sleeping stuff and all that, so I got a prescription to trazodone. It'll be up at the Walmart as soon as that gets in, probably here in the next couple hours or something. I'll go get it tomorrow. I am not going to take that right away. It's just going to go up in my medicine cabinet, and if I ever have another job interview, I will use it. I don't like taking pills. They make me feel weird in the morning. Kind of fuzzy. I went and just put $10 into the generator. So, we'll flip that on, turn the inverter off, turn the generator on. I don't need the microwave yet. I usually keep the microwave off so I don't have it on with this thing. I'll turn this off just to save, just in case that saves a little bit of power by turning that off. Let's get this AC going. So the air conditioner just has one of these built-in little breaker dealies, if you can see on a hairdryer or something. So put the breaker back on. I undo the breaker because sometimes it'll kick on by itself. Even if it gets unplugged and plugged back in, it remembers its memory, and I don't want it doing that with that little tiny inverter. There's no way to handle it, and I don't want to take a chance of ruining it. I am done burning up inverters. Oh, the tubes out the window. curtain over it. Crank it up full blast. Shoot for 70. I'll turn the light off. And look what I found laying in the ditch here at North Base. Funny enough, I've been looking for one of these forever. It may be garbage, but I don't think it's been here too long. Actually, it's probably a Goodwill thing since we're right next to a Goodwill. But it's a sewing machine. I've been wanting to make my own, I've been wanting to make like little pen holders and little pockets, and I just saw this laying in the ditch. I thought this was like the cover, like a vent cover for a motorhome or something. It was laying kind of like that. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I picked it up, it was a freaking sewing machine, an old pace setter. I bet you there's nothing wrong with it either. I swear, half the things I find, or 90% of the things I find, I should say, there's nothing wrong with it. There's probably... But that blows my mind. I was like, I've been looking for a freaking sewing machine forever. I want to make the coolest pants. That is so sweet. I can't wait to learn on it. Oh, look at this old motor. I love old vintage stuff, like old computers, machines, whatever. That's cool. It's even got a carrying case and everything. That is nuts. Oh, so let's close this curtain. It is nap time. I'm tired. So anyway, it's 11:09. Cleaning up to do, sleep to catch up on, and then I'll figure out the plan from there. So. Well, there goes a different sheriff. And he tagged my shit up good. He's like, staying the night's okay, but he's trying to get apparently they're trying to get the ones who stay here for like months at a time, which is totally understandable. I told him I've seen those guys stay here for like 6 months. And yeah, these are just dates with a check mark, so I guess that means he checked it 7/25. Today is 7/25, so I guess by this time tomorrow is my deadline. But yeah, he said 24 hours is fine, so that's kind of cool to know. 24 hours. So anyway, we wiped out a few of them. I'll leave the one on the driver window. Just look kind of tacky. Freaking, I need to go check the back too. Like an orange marker all over my shit. But he's super cool, really nice guy. Look kind of familiar. Okay, so finishing up this vlog from yesterday. Police knocking. He gave me the good old cop knock on the side of the wall. Woke me up, but I was frantic. You could tell in the camera when I was trying to zoom in, I was shaking pretty good. And when I try to explain things, I go a little too fast and I don't think it through too quick. And I realized from the first time when I first got that first red ticket on my window from the sheriff, he's trying to tell me the same thing. He's trying to tell me I had 24 hours, but all I heard was, I'll be back in a couple hours to write the dates on your RV. And I was like, no, I can be out of here. And he just like didn't seem to care. And now it's finally clicking in now that I think about it. He was giving me 24 hours, but he was just saying he'll be back in 2 hours to put those check marks on my thing. This recent sheriff, he didn't even put the red sticker on my, or that red abandoned vehicle thing on my, underneath my windshield wiper. The other sheriff, I think, actually thought it was an abandoned vehicle. Because the more I thought about it, I realized those motorhomes that were staying there for like 6 months actually got towed. And I think those were actually completely abandoned. Like, I don't think anybody's even living in them. Because when they got tagged up, they sat there for another couple weeks, and then I'm almost certain they got towed. Because they sat there a long time after getting tagged, and no one came to wipe the tags off. But yeah, I think that was just kind of their way of marking your car of what day that it was checked and letting you know you got 24 hours. I think they're trying to keep the abandoned vehicles out of there. He had mentioned something about that, the abandoned RVs. I still am trying to I put everything away from the project, and now I've just pulled everything out and reorganizing, pulling things out of toolboxes, putting them into other toolboxes, organized a couple bins here. I got all my like extra wire. These cords are not extension cords. You see they're snipped, and I'm using them as wire, like extra wire. Got some plumbing stuff. I cleared this bin out. Had a bunch of just random crap in it, so that all got put away into toolboxes and things like that. So now I have that to maybe put my electronic tools or my hobbyist. I don't know. Got a couple. Got soldering iron, my heat gun, my hot glue gun, and my snips and all that. So I'm calling those my electronics tools. I like the hot glue gun. I usually use that for my electronics projects. So I want to maybe put that back in that bin for right now, and then we'll maybe go up to Home Depot and get us a cheap tool bag. Just to have, separate all that out. And this is all like my safety stuff, except for the bits that are kind of randomly in there. So you got my ear protection, face shield, a bunch of gloves. I have a weird thing with collecting work gloves. I love mechanics. These are just the best gloves ever. I got a bunch of safety stuff I need to find a place for. Did a whole bunch of reorganizing, actually. My Xbox system area kind of got a revamp. Got revamped. Put in a power strip so I can flip it, disconnect it when I'm using the inverter. That way it doesn't sit there and stand by, even though this is off. This will still take power just being plugged in, so I like to disconnect everything. The TV's plugged into that. The Xbox is plugged into that. Got it all kind of organized with the wire management. What else? Just move some boxes around. Repack the boxes. Found boxes with empty space and retaped them shit. Filled them up and all that good stuff. And that feels really good. I love cleaning up my mess, and I just really look forward to having this all dialed in. Everything in its place. And knowing where everything at would be nice. But that's going to take some time. There's so much stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff I want to go store up at the south base. Just things I don't need to bring with me everywhere. Doug got some PC fans, and I'm going to use one of them to put into the fridge. I found a plug in there. I don't know if it's for a light bulb, but it always has power. There's no switch that shuts it off. So I don't know what it goes to, but there's 12 volts in the fridge, so I can just stick a fan in there. One of these PC fans or something. And I'm gonna work on this. I keep opening this sewing machine up, but it's like, I gotta get on video, because what if it like burns up and explodes or something when I plug it in? Gotta have that on tape. So I'm gonna work on that too. There's probably nothing wrong with it, but if there is, we'll dink around with it. Clean it up and experiment with it, see what it does. I need to probably look up some YouTube videos on how to sew, or how that all works. I know there's different patterns to its needle, stuff like that. So it's your 9 o'clock, 8:59. A little cooler today, it's nice. Not running the Ginny yet. So I'm gonna get back to editing this. Stay tuned, got lots more coming up. Have a good day, bye.